Okay, we're back for part 3 of how I create the sites for my interactive resource sites for my curriculum. And where we left off was adding some navigation icons. And because before, on the page, the only way to get back and forth was to use the browser back buttons. And sometimes you want them to go farther than the back button will take you. So you can actually insert or add under clip art icons. Here's where I had searched last for map. I wanted an animated map, and that's where I came that. It just doesn't do a lot of animation, but it's enough to, it doesn't bog down the site or take up too much space, but it does give a little more pop to the page. But I'm using the map icon to take them back to the city map or the map of the city that's halfway through the original Flipside website. And I will be putting together a screencast tour of the original site so you can kind of see some of the big things that I've done. But for the purpose of this, I'm just going through step by step kind of what I do, how I use Wix, and kind of talking through the different elements that I'm using and why. Because the basic premise behind this thing is to try to make it look and feel as much like a video game as it can, because the kids love video games and anything that's interactive like that they really have enjoyed using. So part of that that they're used to in games is different navigational buttons. So this I'm using to get back to the main city map where they access this area 5 on the main site. In the antique shop, I also have the map. If they want to just go from here like, oh wait, I don't want to go all the way back and then back again, they can quickly get to the city map area from this page also. They want to go back and maybe listen to the Voki again that I put on the other site, on the Quest 5 area. They can just click this arrow as the back button instead of using the browser back button. And they're used to doing that. All right, so I've had to make some adjustments to the pages. One thing that will be your friend on Wix is this lovely little undo. Because if you do something and it goes, oh my gosh, it's totally skewed off and I don't know what I did wrong and I don't know how to get it back, you can click undo and it will continuously undo step by step by step to get back to where it was, that you wanted it to do. That is if you haven't saved. But just like anything else, it is highly recommended that you save often when you're doing this. So I'm going to go ahead here right now, because I have had some trouble tonight, is go ahead and click publish, and either save or publish will do it. That was quick. So now it's saved what I have done. Now what I want to do, because this is where they're going to start doing their first set of activities, is I'm going to add some of the clip art animations that they're used to seeing, which goes back to the video effect blue bling. So I'm going to insert this again up here. I'll pick something in the picture that I want them to click on, maybe the owl here. And so this will be shining. Now the animation, I want to link it. But this time I'm going to link it to a web page. I'm going to go back here. This is the city map, by the way, that it's linked to. So there's a 4, and then there will be a 5 that they'll be linked. It'll be linked here too. But I'm a member of Edmodo. Love Edmodo, the social media website for school that's geared towards schools. And here is my Edmodo library, and I've got a folder for my Unit 5 resources. And the first thing that I also have here access to here is my Google Docs. And I created a Gmail account just for school-related types of things. So they're going to be doing a couple of things first to introduce the unit. They're going to have to complete this KWL chart. So I'm going to open it up in Google Docs. And I've made sure that I've shared it, so anyone with the link can view it. So I'm going to copy the link, go back over here to the Flipside area, and I'm going to paste the link to that Google Doc. So now when they click on this, it'll take them to that Google Doc that I want them to access. Another thing they're going to be doing is watching a video. So I'm going to insert another animation. Go back to the video effects. I'll put this one here because it's kind of toward the front of the store. And this is going to be a link to Discovery Education, and I thought it was already in there. I should hopefully still be signed in. Yep, I'm still signed in. So under my content in Discovery Education is a folder that I created for Unit 5 on Ancient Egypt. And the video here on Ancient Egypt is what I want them to watch. So I'm going to share. I believe I can share the URL. Yep, here's the link. Copy the link to this video. Click right back over here and paste the URL. Okay, so here they pretty much know where these things are. Sometimes I'll put labels so they'll remind them. They click here, that's going to take them to the Google Doc, or here it'll take them to the video. But we've gone through this enough this year that by now I shouldn't have to actually do that labeling for them. And in video games, things get harder and they expect you to remember. So I'm just going to leave it the way it is here now. So I'm going to publish again to make sure this stays. All right, so if I go here now, if all works the way it's planned, here is the actual site. Here's the map. Take them to the city map in the original Flipside website. But it's all pretty much seamless, so they shouldn't be able to, that they've gone from one. So here is that. And I did have a 5 here, but it didn't save because that was back when some things crashed on me. So I'm going to put I'll have a number 5 over in this area that they'll click on here that will take them to the area again. So I'm going to close that out. So now I want to go here inside the building, inside the antique store, the curio shop. And so now when they click here, it'll open up in a new window, and here's the video that they watch. We're actually going to watch it in class with using my projector, but if anybody happens to be absent or if they need to watch it again, they'll have access to it through the Flipside game site. So go back here, and then they could click on the owl, and it should take them to the Google Doc KWL chart that they will complete while they watch the Ancient Egypt video. So that's the first step. That's basically what I do. I'll go back and add here in the editing area when they're ready to do something else. I'll add something else. I'll add something else, and here another link. And then when they're finished and ready to go to the next step, I'll put a little link out here and they'll click on the door and then they'll go outside behind the shop, which is where another part of the story takes place. So that's basically how I do it. I'll add some more screencasts as I think of some things that might need to be added, but hopefully that gives you a good start.